Hi, my name is Jeff and welcome back to my workshop. Today we're going to conclude the painting and lettering on two Atlas RS3s for the Arlington Valley Railroad. In the last episode we completed the painting and lettering. Today we're going to finish assembling and weathering the units. If you like this content, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up and help the YouTube algorithm. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. We're going to install the couplers. We're using Katy coupler pockets that were with the original locomotive when we started. I've switched the couplers from number 5s to number 148 whisker couplers, so just insert them into the coupler boxes. Make sure everything is seated properly and it moves smoothly. Then we can turn it upside down, insert it into the locomotive, and then put the mounting pin back in to hold the coupler in place. Give it a good firm push. I've already done the other side. With that done, we're going to start weathering the locomotive. I like to use pan pastels for this. They adhere well to a nice matte finish, which is what we have with the dull coat, the matte lacquer, clear lacquer we put on. I'm using a rust colored, a dust colored, two different grays, and an off-white to do the weathering. We're going to start with the off-white, and we're just going to use this to kind of fade the paint on the engine. And we're doing a kind of a dry brush technique, so we're going to brush off most of the dust, the pastels, and just apply a light coat to it. To get behind the handrails, we're probably going to have to remove those to get in there. So let me get those off real quick. And these just pull off the same way they did when we first disassembled the locomotive in part 1. Now we can apply more of the pan pastels. Again, we're moving most of it off. But as you can see, if it gets a little heavy like it is here, that's not a problem because the pan pastels are loose. We can just take a clean part of the sponge and rub it off. This gives us a nice faded look and also brings out the louvers in the doors. We're going to do the same thing along the top. Again, we just want to try and give it a faded paint look. Also on the cab sides and on the short hood and the roof of the cabs. Again, we'll have to remove the handrail on this side so we can get in there. One of the reasons I like using the pan pastels is because they go on quick and easy, and I don't need to seal them to the locomotive. They will stick even with handling and basic handling. And I'm going to use a dark gray along the roof to create a look of dirt and soot. And we're going to go kind of heavier on this because we want that sooty look. Alcos were known for belching a lot of dark black smoke. So the roofs would have been extremely dirty. We're also going to put some on the fans and vents, and then we're going to use some of the dust color along the sideboard edge there, side of the walkways, to pick as road grime, and dark gray along the walkways where there would have been heavy foot traffic and dirt and oil stains would have accumulated as people walked along there. We'll also get the top of the battery box walkway and the stairs. And just kind of look for any spots that needed a little bit more of the dark gray. With that done, we can now reinstall the handrail. As I'm doing this, I just want to thank the Arlington Heights Society of Model Engineers for allowing me to paint and letter these locomotives for them. Now I've completed the second side, so you can see the completed project along with the roofs and sides. I'm going to add a little bit more dirt and some rust streaks along the side just to show some wear and where dirt would have run off the cab roofs. And also along the front edge, the front snowplow would have picked up some grime, road grime along the way, and a little bit of rust along the metal parts. We can get in there with that, kind of rust that up a little bit. If we go a little heavy, we can add more dirt and some gray, dark gray. And the whole thing will look like it's slightly rusted and dirty, which is the look we're after on a unit that would see a lot of service, working locals and having worked hard on it. We'll do the same thing along the other side of the engine. With that done, we've completed our project, and this unit is ready to go into service during our next operating session. I hope you enjoyed this series. Again, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video, and we will see you in our next project. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see, make sure you leave a comment. I do read the comments and I do respond, and if I can do the project you're looking for, I certainly will. Enjoy, and remember, model railroading is about having fun.